What's popping, man? Y'all tapped in with the creative athlete, 3:40 a.m. And I got a very, very special guest on here, man. I got my guy, Efer Echelon in the building, man. What's up, my guy?
Yo, what's up, bro? First and foremost, man, I appreciate you providing me a platform to speak on things. I'm looking forward to it. You're doing your grind, you're doing your thing, and I salute that and I commend that. So big shout out to you and what you're doing, and let's get to it.
Most definitely, man. Hey, well, definitely appreciate you taking the time, man, to tap in. I reached out to you yesterday, just kind of on a whim, man. You was getting that mint going. We'll jump right into that, and we'll try to like stay within this arena that we're in, and then also hopefully try to be able to educate people that are going to be new to the space and new to just familiarizing themselves with crypto and NFTs in general, man. So as far as with that mint yesterday, what project did you mint? Do the free mint? Let me be specific. What project did you do the free mint for? And also, give me a little feedback on how it went.
I got you, bro. So yesterday we kind of like actually the day before yesterday, what we did was our floater, which is a co-founder of the EGOVERSE, he kind of like found this AI generated art, and he created some, and I looked at the art and I was like, yo, this is crazy. So he sent me the website and how to create it myself. So I started creating some files. We went with the UFO theme, aliens, kind of like Illuminati vibes, and psychedelics, acid, and things of that nature. And
Right.
we started creating files. And we're like, yo, let's just launch a free mint. Woke up the next day, which was yesterday, and we got with a developer. His name's Acid. He put the
Mm-hmm.
contract together. We put 99. Well, we put 100 pieces together, and it's the collection called the Secret Files. Our Discord chat had like 50, 60 people in it. Our
Mm-hmm.
Discord was flooded with like 100 people just texting it. Around, I would say like 8, 9, 10 o'clock p.m. I don't know the exact time because there's so much going on. We launched it and it minted out in like 30 seconds. It was crazy. But as you
Right.
see as you see the images, well, the video files, they like 5 second like GIF like pictures, but
Uh-huh.
it gives you like that feel. And yeah, that's kind of like what happened with it. And our intention with that was 2% of the royalties that's set. We incentivized our OGs, which is alter ego punk holders, and
Right.
2% of the royalties will be dividend amongst some of the holders picked randomly.
Right. Okay. Okay. So y'all had a real game plan with that, man. So it's like, I know for me, I'm in the Discord and I ended up not being able to tap in on the free mint. Where like I know you guys had it exclusively in your Discord, right? To the announcement of it.
Yeah, right. Like we didn't want to go the Twitter route. We didn't want to go to Twitter space. We wanted to make it exclusive
Uh
for anybody in our Discord. So that's kind of like what we did with it. And moving forward, like we're gonna just be stealth launching like free mints, but it's only if you in our Discord type shit.
right. Okay. Okay. And what was that? So what did I look up on Kalao? What did you have me look up on Kalao for?
So yeah, so the on Kalao,
Let's
I
see.
had you look up the Yobi Samurais,
Okay.
which is another collection that we minted out in about 24 hours.
Oh, okay, I do have that one. Okay, it's okay. Let's let them take a look at the secret files real quick. I really, and that's my designer name, Luminati, LOOMANOTTI.
Oh
So to hear you
yeah.
say that, you know what I mean? Like to hear you say that, that's the energy that I'm on. Like from a creative standpoint, just kind of being out there and being open to, being different, man. So that's what uh, I don't know. Let me see. Let me add it to the
I
stream so
like
they
to
can
hear
see.
that because me myself, like I study like history, but me I
Hmm.
focus mainly on like Kemet and Egyptology. I'm into that a
Right,
lot. And
right.
another thing is like and this is a disclaimer.
Hmm.
My personal views and my personal opinions has no attachment to the ego verse.
Hmm.
This is just me personally speaking here. Me myself, I'm what people will call a quote unquote conspiracy theorist myself.
Oh yeah. Hey man, that maybe that's why our energy hit off because I'm 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 big. I'm a nerd with the history and researching and I'm just interested in like especially from like when you look at it, where I'm from South Georgia, like I'm in the Bible Belt, and it's like
Okay.
from just from a spiritual, religious standpoint, I've always been open to wanting to know the history of. Okay, well let's take a look at the Bible. Let me look at the history and really look at where did the foundation come from, and then it leads me to a previous civilization, and leads me to what I'm saying. So like, I'm all the way back to Anunnaki, Sumerian, so like so, and then I'm able to work my way back forward, and then now make my own kind of analysis or
Analysis, right?
evaluation over it, and mainly also too with that, once I gain that knowledge or perspective, then now it leaves me open to be in a position to not judge anybody with their religion or their beliefs, because we all have kind of like our own views and understandings of things, man. So okay, on the screen, guys, that can be that can be another conversation. We can kind of lock in on one of these on and kind of hit that angle, you know what I'm saying, like
Of course, like
uh
anytime you want me on the platform, bro, I'm here. And I kind of wanted to say, add on to what you were saying, is like you can't have a presence without a past. There's always the origins of something, but as like history repeats itself. So I feel like with religion, like
right,
if we look back further, like into our oldest history that we know of, kinda is like with Kemet and Egyptology and metal and the Metal Netia, like
right,
you see a lot of that inside of these and these religions. And I feel like me personally, I have none against religion, like you were saying as well. Knowledge is infinite, knowledge is power, and it's like whatever makes somebody be the best human being they
right.
possibly could be, I'm all for it.
Absolutely right, and because it's like at the end of the day, it's gonna be your belief system, right? Like individually, even with when you section it off the Christian or Islam, whatever it is, you're still gonna take that and put it in your human form, because that's just the nature of a human. Like we're always gonna, you know what I mean? Like
That's a
I don't
fact.
know that we definitely can get deep on that. I don't want to run nobody off tonight, whenever they see this, but man, these I'm impressed, bro. I mean, this is I have it up on the screen, so I'm gonna click on one and
Yeah, I kind of want
um
to, if you don't mind, explain just a little bit more.
absolutely,
Um,
please do.
so me myself, like that one right there, number 47, I created.
47. Okay, let's click
But
on. Let's take a look.
33, I
Uh,
created myself.
right.
I floated a co-founder of the project. He created 33 as well. And
Uh,
T Dot, another co-founder of the project as well. He created 33. So we kind of all collabed. So this is why you get three different kind of vibes, but with the same theme.
right.
It's kind of like that whole, Anunnaki, Greys,
Yeah. Yeah.
UFOs, pyramids, like Illuminati style, and
Right.
like acid all in one, psychedelics, like
You're
kind of just
right.
captured that whole vibe in one.
Let me see. 33. I'm trying to find a 33. And was there any with that number 33? Was there any purpose behind choosing that number for you guys' specific design, or was that just coincident?
Like honestly, it was a coincidence, but I see what you're saying. Like angel
Right.
numbers
Right.
aligning with that, and that's what a lot of collections do.
Uh.
We kind of just we didn't want to do 100 originally,
Mm,
but we had to mint one on the contract to make sure everything was right with it. And so we wanted to aim for just 99, like it was a random number instead of 100, but it ended up being 100.
right. Bro, I'm down. Hey man, I'll show before we hang up too. I'm gonna show you my collection. I'm gonna see if somebody want to trade me one, man. I got like 5 NFTs.
The
But I,
Illuminati, don't worry about it. I'll mint you one and airdrop it to you, bro.
bro, this is heat, bro. Like, cause it's like cause I'm still learning, bro. I auctioned. I didn't. It didn't go through, but I auctioned like I have a vending machine too, so I auctioned it just to see what's up. Cause I've only purchased. I haven't sold. I've minted. It's this site. I want to say Potluck something where
Potluck Protocol.
yeah. So I minted I got a couple things minted on there. I minted my vending machine on. I want to say no. I minted my bean on Campfire. I've only purchased from Campfire, and I purchased a Snowbird, I think yesterday or the day before, from Joe Pig. But I haven't really like I'm still trying to tap in with NFT trade. I gotta we talked about I gotta make some adjustments with the wallet to try to get that sorted out. I like the flow of your site, of you guys' site too. Um, so yeah, man. Like I said, I'm still really learning. I'm dialed in because I see what's I know that this crypto is here to
I
stay
feel
and
like
thrive.
Yeah, I feel like bro, like if we think about it, right, on a day-to-day basis, like, from sneaker authentication, clothes authentication, from buying deeds, from buying stuff in the store, like I feel like all the traditional stuff is gonna start being replaced with blockchain technology. Like even presidential votes at some point in time is gonna have some blockchain integration with Web2. Like they're gonna merge it together. So we kind of seeing the metaverse immerse, we seeing it graduate. And I feel like this is definitely the future. So you ingratiating yourself in the space now, you still early. And it's like, bro, the thing is about Avalanche specifically that we own, and for anybody listening, Avalanche is a blockchain. And a blockchain is just a big old database that stores transactions with a lot of technology, algorithmic, and human interaction all in one, that is kind of like can run on its own in a way. So, where you are actually ingratiating yourself on Avalanche specifically is like, you could be on a beginner level and getting in tune with people on an expert level and just exchanging value and the knowledge amongst each other. Because just because in one specific sector that might not be your strong point doesn't
Right,
mean you don't have value and a strong point in something else. You might have good ass ideas, but you
right,
don't fully understand the tech. And that's where you'll get with someone and y'all just exchange that knowledge. So it's dope shit. So don't feel like you behind or nothing. You actually early and you right on time. Think
right. And
about it like in a year, 5 years from now.
for sure, for sure. And that's the thing. Like, see, of course, I've been an athlete, most of my life. Just turned 35, what, about a week ago. And
Happy
sports are
belated,
just,
bro.
man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But sports are just kind of tied to me, man. Whether it's training a youth player, training an NBA player, sports just seem to be, like a part of my world. And I think, at this point, part of my journey is to influence athletes to, that's why I take the title also the creative athlete, because you want to be open to receiving your grace through whatever angle it is. Now sports is part of it, but I'm more than an athlete. I'm creative. I lead other people to be creative. So definitely with this Web3 and this crypto and NFT, I'm definitely dialed in because it's here. And then like I did a little segment the other day where there's this player for the Clippers who he is dialed, similar to me, like getting dialed in. He's a part of a project now, and you know, I want to be that. I'm from a small town in South Georgia, so I want to be, that kind of that bridge to kind of get people across earlier. Because, of course, as we see more NBA players and actors and just entertainers in general adopting the idea of crypto, then then everybody else kind of follows suit. But a lot of this is also just like you said, jumping. I've learned so much from sitting in on hearing you guys talk, about projects and your approach and why guys left, Ethereum and are leaning more towards AVAX and all that. So just kind of, segueing into, what you said, Web3 uh, and crypto, what led you into this? So your background, I'm assuming you do like design, graphic design and things like that.
I got you. So, me, I always when I was younger, I kind of just give you like a little brief I'll try to make a long story short. So, when I was younger, I'm from the Bronx, New York. That's where I grew up at. So,
Okay.
I don't have like the grow up with a silver spoon, a lot of poverty around the area. My parents try to do the best they can to provide
For sure.
us a lifestyle, but I didn't grow up in the best of areas, so I wasn't involved with the best activities.
Right.
After a situation occurred, I'm not gonna say the situation, but when I was 17, I kind of got I'll just say it, I got shot a few times. And
Wow.
basically, what happened was
At one time, or was this like different scenarios?
all at once. I was walking
Wow.
home, and some dude ran up on me, shot me 5 times with a 40 cal. And
Wow.
what happened was basically I would have cammed up, but my camera's messed up. So,
Oh no,
anyways,
you good, bro. That's all good. Yeah.
what happened was basically, I was my whole lifestyle living a facade. The people that I thought was down for me turned their back on me in a way, and it just I was a loner. You know what I'm saying? I went through depression, got through all that. After like 4 years of going through depression, I started soul diving, started doing research, getting into conspiracy theories and stuff. We're not gonna go down that route, but
Right.
started
Right.
just
Right.
learning about financial literacy, and I stumbled across stocks. So I kind of got in the game about like right when the pandemic started and the market crashed.
Uh-huh.
Um, I got into stocks. Started getting the penny stocks, all that hype, GME, Doge, AMC. just a bunch of penny stocks. And
For sure.
I got good returns on it, and I kind of didn't understand the game, but I was learning it. I was kind of just making these swing trades. It was crazy, but yeah, shout out to that. But that led me into crypto, right? Because I got into
Right.
Doge and Shiba. So
Uh,
after Doge and Shiba, around that time, my homie introduced me into Avalanche. And real quick, so I always been like an entrepreneur. Like
mhm.
even
And take your time with your stories, bro. There's no. I'm in control of this. We can talk. We can talk through each other. So yeah, I want to hear your story because this can help somebody. Like especially in the environment that I come from. This situation is perfect. So please, elaborate as much as you need to express yourself. Sorry to interrupt.
now you're good. So yeah, so like all right, so then I'll get more into it then. I was in a gang when I was younger. Did some time in jail.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, got shot. After I got shot, it was a life changing experience. Everything I was living for was a facade. Everybody turned their back on me, so got depressed, and then I started going into spiritual journey, finding out myself, finding out my purpose, finding more about me, looking at the life different, the world different, and got into financial literacy, led me into stocks, crypto.
Right.
So as I was like doing swing trades and stuff like that, I always had a homie, and he was more into degening. Like he was more into just buying these tokens. Like as soon as they launch, they 100x. He sells, and he was good at that. So he told me about Avalanche specifically, and this was back in September 2021,
Mm.
and I got involved with Avalanche through him, and kind of just got into token swing trading. He introduced me to NFTs. I didn't really understand too much about it, and time started progressing, started getting more involved in the community. Like I said, at this point in time, like I'm deep dived in the research. The more you start finding out, the more you figure out you don't know. So
Right. Right.
basically, um, around like October, September ish. Like actually, when the pandemic first. Wait, you could hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought it took me off the stage. All right. So basically, back when the pandemic hit, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. Like I was already doing research and stuff like that, but that shit really happened. That event took place, changed the world.
Right.
And it started making me realize how um, co-reliant we are on these conglomerate institutions and the powers that be, and how non-self-sustainable we are. So
Right.
I started putting my mind around it. Like I said earlier, I don't come from a silver spoon, so I had a few money saved up. My plan was to go out to Morocco and Africa specifically because I had a
Right.
contact out there. My brother's Muslim, so he wanted to help like children in less fortunate situations. So basically, I kind of scratched that idea because it was around the time when they was you got to get vaccinated. I was like, I'm not getting vaccinated.
Right.
I'm not being a test tube. Um, also, dual citizenship it was just a whole hassle. So I was like, you know what? Um, Fast forward into 2022. I mean 2021. When I got onboarded in the Avalanche around September, November ish, October ish. I was like, yo, how can I create a project where and peg the project to a tangible asset? So I thought about a lot of ideas, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it in Central Florida because that's where I'm at right now. I'm in Sanford, and
Right.
I was like, yo, like my goal is to build like an off-grid eco village with a farm and back the project, buy it, and kind of like educate as I go, and that's kind of like what got me into crypto and got me building the project. So yeah, that's kind of a long story
So
short.
so bro, so wait. So to make a long story short, you go through some adversity,
Right.
you overcome the adversity, you find you get connected spiritually within you have a friend that connects a bridge for you and educates you, and then before you know it, you are the CEO of your own project, basically. To sum it up,
Right.
and I'm skipping your trial and error of trying to or no, not trying, going through the process of learning crypto and how to invest and swing trading with stocks and all of that financial literacy and seeking led you to becoming a CEO of a project that's not only going to, of course, benefit you, but that can benefit others in 2 years, basically?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like I'm gonna be honest, bro. Ever since I was young, I was always one of those type of dudes that like I like just creating my own waves. Like I
Right,
like people
right,
go left,
man, boy.
I like going right.
Boy, hey,
Um
listen, we tapped in like that because I'm the same way. My mom's like, look, I love how you are, but it's almost like when you going against the norm, or you willing to take the risk of betting on yourself, or like you said, turning left when everybody's going right. It makes you got to be you got to be kind of crazy, but when you look at Walt Disney and what's my man that created Apple,
Bill Gates.
no, that he's
Not Bill Gates,
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
I forget but these guys are like, now whatever. Some of them
Tim
maybe
Cook.
Tim Cook is he was the I can't believe I'm having a brain fart with this dude. He's a legend. Tim Cook is the new guy, the gray haired dude.
Yeah, the new
Y'all know who the creators of the creator of Apple, or the lead of Apple was, man.
Man,
It'll
the
come back
reason,
to me.
man, we is
Yeah.
that we in Web 3. We forget about.
Right. Hey, we on the new, we the new Bill Gates now.
That's a
But
fact.
yeah, but those
Potential is
guys are
there.
like, you have to be crazy to have this vision that, like, like somebody I can say, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start a store and call it Walmart, and we're gonna sell a little bit of everything. No, you're doing too much. You're trying to focus on too, like, nah, that's a, that was his vision. That's what he went for. Now I'm using all these guys that had, maybe they may have had a different type of help or different type of path than we had, but we still can have apply those same principles that they had from the mindset, and also more than anything, just believing in it. Um, and I think that's what this is about with this whole crypto. Like you said, this is we're still ground floor at all levels of crypto, and NFTs, and we're gonna get around to the gaming here in a second. But segueing from that, and I appreciate you sharing that too, bro.
Of course.
But
I wanted to
segueing
add
from that,
something in too,
oh,
like
cool,
real
yeah,
quick.
please do, please
So
do.
basically, like, bro, like you given the vision for a reason. So if you seeming crazy to somebody, you got to think about it. All the people that they said was crazy did some shit that changed the world.
For sure,
So it's
for sure.
like, you're gonna be looked at outcasts because you're not following the norm. But that's the problem. Everybody want to be like each other when we all NFTs in a way. We all non-fungible. We all unique. We all one of ones, bro. Like regardless. So it's like, why try to be like the next person when you got a brain, you could think, you can create. That's how
Right,
anything was created in life. That's just
right.
how it is. The mind's the all. We're not gonna get into all that, but go ahead.
Nah, but that's part. Drop some of that, man, because that's part of understanding the NFT. Is like you said, that the NFT, the crypto, anything is the mindset. Like, what do you believe in? What is that God power within you? Tell, we're all gods and devils. I can use my God power to be evil, or I can use my God power to be creative and do well. So it's like, it's up to me as an individual, man. So you're definitely dropping knowledge with that. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Why
it's a
Avalanche?
why Avalanche? I
Yeah,
got
why?
you.
No,
All
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm sorry. No, I
No,
just
no, no. You
you,
no,
you
I was laughing because I'm like, yo, I love this question because there's a lot of reasons.
okay? Yeah,
Um,
hit me up.
all right, so we're gonna get into the tech side of it. So, there's a lot of things with the tech that I love about it. The damn near instant transaction finality, which just means like when you submit a transaction, it's basically like instant in the amount of time that it finalizes. So also how many transactions can be handled in the hash. So think of it, it can have up to 4,500 plus transactions in one hash. So think of a train, right? And you got a cart. So imagine one cart. The train is the whole blockchain, but it like the structure of the train is the blockchain, but the carts are hashes. So
Right,
basically, with Avalanche, one hash, think of a cart that can have 4,500 people on it. So you can
right.
have 4,500 transactions on Avalanche with damn near instant transaction finality. Also the energy efficiency. Bitcoin, Ethereum, on a month-to-month basis uses like a million plus homes worth of energy. Avalanche only uses 46. Um, we're talking about gas friendly, very friendly. So gas fees, you could think about it like when you go in the store and pay tax for an item. So gas fees is the same thing. You pay a little tax for a transaction that you want to finalize.
Right.
So the tech behind it is innovative. is eco-friendly, and it has nothing but room for growth. And the final thing I love about it is also subnets. So, like I was saying earlier, the blockchain is a big database that stores transactions on it, and it has a lot of algorithmic slash human uh, um, functioning in it, that it runs on its own. And well, it runs dependent and codependent, because it needs some type of human interaction there. But basically, subnets is a blockchain within a blockchain. So they have something called the P chain, the X chain, and the C chain. So it's
Right.
three different blockchains on one blockchain, which is real innovative. And
Right.
with subnets, it allows unlimited scalability, meaning like sky ain't the limit. Like anything's the limit. You could create it what you want without putting pressure on the ecosystem, like the token itself. Because the more transactions that happen, the more the gas fees rise because of how many people's on the network trying to finalize a transaction within that time. So
Right.
subnets, it being that it's on its own chain, it takes off buying pressure because you could set your own gas fee, and you could choose what type of native token for that chain. So that's the tech and what I love about it. And on the community side of it, I love the education and the value that's circling amongst all of us here. You know what I'm saying? Like what I was saying earlier, like bro, we can hop on a space, me and you, like we're a beginner level, like we just getting our feet wet. Get with
Right.
somebody on expert level, ask a question live, hit somebody in the DM, go on the Discord, and people will break things down to you in a digestible form. And people ain't trying to charge you a course, and people supportive here. So that's the shit I love here, and it's a lot of innovation going on. I just I think of things long term. So like right now, like I was saying earlier, bro, we early. So think about 5 years from now, if me and you is doing our thing now, we
Right.
gonna be the OGs, and we gonna be the people's looking at like, damn, back in 2022, Illuminati, Echelon, they did such and such. Like these are
Right.
the guys we want to connect with.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. That's real, bro. That's real. So it's like I haven't I haven't been a part. I'll be lying if I said I've been a part of every community. Like I've peeked in, and like I've taken a look at some spaces, and I've even had interest in other projects. And of course, like with crypto, of course you're gonna be involved probably with multiple things, but there's always gonna be one that you're more passionate about, or you see the potential in it the most. So shout out to my guy Steph, man. Steph, I met Steph through social media on IG, Steph Pastor. And he was talking about Avalanche, man, and it was like how much he believed in it. He was doing research on it. And fast forward to now, and it, obviously it went back down, but he was still high on it. And I was doing research on it, but I didn't commit to it. And fast forward to now, like I said, shout out to Steph.
Shout out to
I
Steph.
got involved. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was saying shout out to Steph.
Yeah, man. He brought me in, and I started to do research and started to see like, uh just seeing what they were talking about with their, overall with what Avalanche was about. And I was like, damn, this does seem kind of cool. And it seems efficient. I think in the call the other day, I heard a guy say that, Avalanche under promises and over delivers.
Other promise
And
over deliver. That's a
yeah,
fact.
even with something I saw earlier with the whole real, I think they're going to be doing something with real estate soon. So they definitely seem like a forward progression type of chain. And then like you said, instant transactions.
Right.
How many transactions in one hash? Well, I had a typo there. It's supposed to be 4,500 transactions in one hash. So
Right.
so when you say hash, you said that's like basically
So
you said like a
basically a
train,
hash,
like
yeah, like it's like a train car. So basically a hash is like, let's say me and you and 4,500 people at the same second is trying to put a transaction in.
right.
These hashes have to be created,
Mm,
and 4,500 at a time is dished out in one hash. So
mm,
like if the next second 4,500 people come on the next hash, so me and you will get on at the same hash, and how many be handled. Other chains, take hours for a transaction to finalize. Other
right, right,
chains, you only could do X amount of hashes on it. X amount of transactions within that hour. So it's very slow. So
Right.
Avalanche being Speedy Gonzalez and having as 4,500 people is innovative within itself. You know, like
Right. Right. For
yeah,
sure. For
right.
sure. So now this one right here, energy efficiency. Well, we're in that world now where, like, whether you're going conspiracy theory approach where we think the government is, poisoning the air or whatever, or holding out on, trying to, slow us down on the food or whatever.
Of
Right
course.
now, everybody's all about health and well-being, and everybody. Well, I don't want to say all about. Everybody's more conscious of it, right? How can that be? Can that be an advantage for AVAX, being that they are a energy efficient, chain?
Of course. Because like on a nature environment scale, it's not taking up more energy and it's not polluting, the environment, which
Right.
is very helpful, and on a scale of that, bro, you think about the water we use, from the water we bathe ourselves to the water we drink to the food that they sell us, to if you believe in chemtrails or not, like they're attacking us from every different form. And the whole thing is to control the mind, because once you cut the head off a snake, the body falls. So once they control your mind, they got you, and they want to keep you dumbed down.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And
For sure.
with energy efficiency levels, it's like I think it's very important and very crucial, man, because like we're talking about a million plus homes Bitcoin and Ethereum uses
Right.
in with energy versus like you know Avalanche only using 46 homes. So that
Mm,
saves a lot of money, even though energy is free, but these
right.
people found the way how to monetize it. So if we're talking about on an economic scale and on a fiat scale, it saves a lot of money. And
Right.
also it it uh it uses less energy.
Mm, there we go. So that's what we need, man. We need more efficient everything in the world. So I think Avalanche is on the way, man. I think
Of
Avalanche
course.
is on the way. Is crypto the now and the future, or is it just the future? So some people that are behind, um, are they needing to catch up because crypto is already basically here, even though the market is, down?
Of course. It's the now and the future, right? For the people that hasn't ingratiated themselves in the space, that's their fault
Right.
because they're not getting involved early. Like, bro, blockchain technology been around since like the 70s, 80s, but it's been heavily adopted by Satoshi Nakamoto with Bitcoin. And
Right.
bro, like all the solutions that it solves and all the possibilities that blockchain can solve, where it's a peer-to-peer transaction versus you going through a third party and being able to be stocked. Like, even though the blockchain is public, you still can have your anonymity and some type of control still, because they're trying to regulate it in
For
whatever
sure.
way whatever way they want possible, because they didn't obtain all this power for these hundreds of years just to give it back to us. But
Right.
it gives us some kind of wiggle room in a way. So I feel like for the people, if you're listening, you definitely need to get involved in it. I feel like crypto down the line is going to replace fiat. I feel like with a lot of stuff we seen in real to real life, blockchain technology is going to be ingratiated with it somewhere, some shape, some form, some fashion. And we've seen the metaverse picking up. I feel like a
Right.
lot of things are going to be maintained through metaverse. And if you want to go through a conspiracy level, like I feel like we see what's going on with China right now and how they have like a communist setup over there
Right.
and they have things on lockdown. I feel like over here, like China basically owns America. Like most of the most of the import comes from China. They own most of the major skyscrapers down here. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like that same type of tyrannical party is going to be moving over here, because they do it secretly over here, but it's going to be more public. And I feel like at some point in time, the metaverse is going to be your getaway from in real life, so you could be anybody you want in the metaverse as like a coping mechanism. I feel like somewhere down the line that's going to happen, and we
Right.
starting to see the gradual trickle effects of it.
Right. That's
So I
real.
feel like,
And
and
I'm
real
good.
quick, I just want to add in. So involving yourself now, educating yourself now, and being a creator is very important right now. You
Right.
don't need that much. Uh, you don't need that much resources to
Right.
get something possible. You just got to get with people who's on the same wavelength as you.
Right. Right. And what's so cool about it too, to piggyback off of what Echelon is saying, it really could be as simple as you getting on Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, downloading Twitter and just hopping into spaces, hopping in, uh, asking questions. If you know someone, if you see this, feel free to ask me, or message my guy Echelon, and I'll educate you as far as I know, or I'm going to send you to someone that's way more educated than me, so that way we can help you get knowledge and fill yourself in. Because companies like you got JP Morgan, you got Visa, you got PayPal, all of these money institutions are all inching their way, or have already inched their way into the game, man. So if those places that are already holding your fiat are doing it, or I think I saw, and I don't want to lie and say which one it was, but I know one banking system is buying more crypto and metaverse stuff than they are actual real life real estate, which I thought was kind of crazy. But you know, I guess crypto is the now, because the big boys are jumping into the game.
There's always an
Uh,
agenda behind what they're doing, bro. They understand what's coming. They getting the insider information. So, like the whole thing is like you could look up on Google right now. You will own nothing and be happy. Tell me what pops up and read that shit. So like they transferring the importance of tangible assets because they buying all of it up, and
right,
they transferring the importance of it to intangibles, and they also buying up all that shit too. So you got to
right,
go through them through both worlds.
absolutely,
This shit
right.
is wicked.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Um, and by the way, before we transition,
Right.
a lot of people going back to China owning America. Hillary Clinton might be involved with with trying to selling mass pieces of land to you know uh China. You know
Illuminati,
we'll,
you familiar with the IMF, the International Monetary Fund?
yeah, I have done some, yes,
Yeah, okay.
some, yeah. So
That tell you all
we're
right
gonna have
there.
we're gonna have to have like these, especially these late night joints like this. We'll gear towards some of that on just sharing education and knowledge on what we've studied, and just putting it out there, like like just having a space about that too, just to share our takes on that, because I think that's important too, man. Like spirituality, wisdom, understanding self. Um, you know what I mean? So you can really attack and dominate life with where you're at, man. Because I tell people a lot, man. We're born, and that's something that that's a gift. But then in between that, what you do is up to you and your power that that you use your time. But you
Mhm.
guaranteed to die. That's one thing I do know. You heading out of here once you once you enter. So
Mhm.
let's live it up, man, and do as much as we can to make an impact. Tell me about the Egoverse Genesis collection, man. This is one of the first what I was familiar with you with when I first got into the AVAX community, and seeing you in spaces, and seeing your PFPs, seeing other people talk about your group. Uh Give me insight on what was behind this, and how did this spark things for you guys?
Got you. So basically, like I was telling you how I got into Avalanche, and my whole idea was to peg tangible assets to intangible. This is where the punks come from. So the Alter Ego Punks is the Genesis collection for the Egoverse, and
uh
our goal with that was to acquire the funds, use it for giveaways, build community, but also a portion of those funds, which is most of it, is getting allocated towards in real life land purchase,
mm-hmm.
um, and it's the keys to the kingdom. So it's basically like, think of you having a stock in a company.
Mm-hmm.
Your alter ego punk is basically your stock in the Egoverse company. We're not like going public or ICOing or any of that things of that nature, but basically when we get these in real life businesses started, we're gonna peg these businesses to the alter ego punks and profit share amongst the holders X amount, going by X amount of how many punks you hold, and of course, after upkeep and expenses, how much revenue is generated from these businesses. So your punk is also your login to our game, the Ego versus the First Strike, which we're about to roll out in a few days.
Mm-hmm.
And that game is an FPS shooter, no tokenomics attached. It's just an overall fun game. Give you the Call of Duty, Counter Strike vibes with
Right.
it, and we're gonna have tournaments on a monthly basis. So that's two things your punks grant you access to, and also your alter ego punks grant you access to all future collections we launch.
Uh-huh.
Just by holding the punk, you'll be airdropped any of our NFTs.
Oh, wow. Damn. So y'all, so you guys are basically doing what the game is needed on Avalanche, but just in the NFT space in general. You're providing dope artwork, but you're also providing real life, both real life and virtual qualities, to basically kind of eliminate that whole, I hear the phrase, projects being rugged and all. Like, you guys have a long-term vision that, pretty much is, gonna align your PFPs with, with long-term success, because you have value that you're, seeking. So that's
Thank
dope, man.
you.
I think that's gonna revolutionize if NFTs, period, but particularly Avalanche. I think that's definitely gonna help, man, because we need, solid projects like this that have real purpose, that offer dope art, and educate people as well.
I definitely concur, bro. I just wanted to add a few points in too that I missed. So each alter ego punk was made one by one.
Right,
We created each one, all thousand. It took us a few months, but it
right,
was a collective of like 5 members on the team that created it. And basically, like, I know people see it as like a punk derivative, but none of us signed up, and we're not technical like artists. So
right,
this was the easiest way for us to encapture the theme of the project, also being unique by paying homage as well to OG collection.
right,
Also, we've been building this project since December 25th, 2021, and the team hasn't took no type of form of payment from the project yet. Like, we just been building tooth and nail, night and day, just executing. And that overall thing is what our goal is. And also like pegging our project by tangible assets, and
mm,
we could get down to the businesses somewhere down the line in this interview or the next one. Basically, we like, you know, Avalanche is dope. It got the community, it got the tech, but it's missing a mass onboarding. And me personally, in my perspective, there's two ways to do this. Netflix set themselves. I mean, not Netflix. Avalanche set themselves. Their goal is to be the Netflix of. I mean, the Netflix of gaming, basically, with the
right,
chain because of subnets.
mm,
So I feel like with that statement being said, there's two ways we approach it. Is either well, there's three ways. We either onboard people from different chains, which is kind of what everybody kind of does.
right,
I feel like that's not too effective. I feel like we need to tackle on an effective level um, gaming, period. Because if we're going to be the Netflix of gaming, we need to start going to esport events. We need to start having esport teams. We need to
mm-hmm,
start having games ready for that type of stuff, for mass onboarding and telling people the difference between um, 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 traditional games and blockchain games. And one of the main things that's cool about it is the transferable assets. So on the
right,
trend, so I don't want to get steer off point real quick, but that's two. And three is in real life onboarding. Bringing people in to the Web3 space in real life. I feel like it's crucial through events, through classes, through teaching, through shows, whatever you got to do. I feel like is necessary to mass onboard people in real life.
right. So how? What about? So while you were saying that, I was thinking like, damn, sometimes you're on Coinbase, and Coinbase will give you some tokens or something for like watching a video or whatever it is, like some type of approach where if you come and get yourself educated, in these 1, 2 minute, 3 minute videos, you'll get point zero three avalanche, whatever it is, and like now that leads you to having to like, all right, well, you got to at least make a wallet so you can receive this, or you got to create the core wallet so you can receive your avalanche. I don't know, like just something to get. Because like you said, you guys know free minting giveaways. It's always gonna draw a crowd because you got people that are gonna support Avalanche highs and lows that really believe in the project, and you have people that are maybe uneducated or they're scared to pull the trigger on things. So with the giveaways and all that, that's definitely another way to just keep spreading the word, man. And with you talking about gaming, I have no idea. Me I have 5 NFTs. I got a little bit of crypto. I ain't balling out of control, but I'm in the game. I have no idea how about the gaming. What is NFT gaming? Where would I play it at? Give me some a little bit of understanding on that.
So there's a few chains that can handle like uh there's a few chains that can handle a big user capacity for a game, right? And it's all dependent on the type of game it is. um on Avalanche specifically, there's a lot of games out. Ethereum, they got games out. Polygon, a lot of these networks have games. So I mean, on Avalanche specifically, because we here, like, you got games like Imperium that's coming out. You got games like Shrapnel. You got games like Ascenders. We got a game coming. You got
Right.
Time Shuffle. You have a lot of different style games and variety. Oh, you got Asgard. So you can literally come on a chain, look up these projects, and just by owning their NFT, you could get in their game. And if they got like a play to earn aspect of it, you could potentially earn some money by completing whatever task they got set on it. And I kind of wanted to get into why blockchain gaming is more beneficial than traditional gaming, right? So
Yeah,
let's
talk
let's
about
think
it.
about let's think about like Call of Duty, right? Let's just go one, two, three. So let's say Call of Duty one. Me and you, we buy a skin on that game. We love this skin, but now Call of Duty comes out. Call of Duty 2 comes out next year. We can't take any of that, all that money we spent on those skins, those weapons, those customizable characters, whatever it is. Like, we can't take that and transfer it over to the next game and use it.
Right.
Now with the blockchain, it removes that, because you could take an asset from a game that you buy, like let's say the Eagle versus the First Strike, and let's say
Right.
you buy a weapon skin. You could take that asset, sell it to somebody, trade it to somebody, or you could take the asset and it'll be recognized in someone else's game as their asset,
Right.
and
Okay.
it'll get transferred out. So basically, traditional gaming doesn't allow that. Like, the people spending hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars on stuff that they'll never use again, because when one game is got, like Call of Duty 1 is gone, Call of
Uh-huh.
Duty 2 hype is there, nobody's paying attention to Call of Duty 1 no more.
Right. Right. It's
Same
kind of
thing
it's,
with
it's kind
same
of
thing
dead after that, right?
Right. And the same thing with a project, right? So let's say a project dies out, but they
Uh-huh.
got like a fully rigged transmutable item. You could take that fully rigged item, go to a game, and if that game has it set up like that, you can trade in your item for one of their items
Right. Okay.
and use it. Or you can
Right.
sell it to somebody.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. That's dope. So now, honest opinion. Obviously, I'm my favorite token and what I'm all in on. I'm a big fan of Avalanche. Would you say right now today, what would you say is the number one gaming site right now? I know Avalanche is on the way, and they're gonna definitely. They seem very calculated, right? So I know that they'll get behind it, and I'm sure listen to us in the community about the view on what we should be doing to familiarize people with Avalanche NFT gaming. But what blockchain has already kind of gotten out ahead of the curve on being able to host games and host gaming and user friendly wise, where you can kind of like if you have an understanding of kind of how to play and use networks for the most part, who has that nipped in the bud so far?
So no project specifically because there's so many, but I actually, there's one called Doodleverse, and they got like a whole metaverse built out where you could go in and interact with people, and it's actually like a 2D metaverse
Mm.
ready to go. I know Polygon and Ethereum, they got a lot of like projects over there that's already established where you can play like full on like games, you know what I'm saying, like Call of Duty, or like your RuneScape, your World of Warcraft, like games in that realm. They kind of like have them built on Avalanche. There isn't too much that catches my eye, like wow. But like the first three I mentioned is like Imperium, Ascenders, and Shrapnel. Like they got like great games, and
Right.
like it's coming soon. And I feel like vending machines you mentioned, shout out to them. They got a metaverse. They got like a real metaverse coming on Avalanche too as well. So I feel like in these next couple months, Avalanche is gonna have some real dope ass games like
Right.
ready and playable. But right now, like Time Shuffle, I believe Asgard, EGOVERSE, like we have like some games right now that's available that you could play. With our game specifically, if you own one of our NFTs or one of our partner NFTs, which is vending machine, so you could play because you own a vending machine,
Oh,
you
let's
could
go.
log
Let's go.
and play
Shout out
the
the
game.
vending machine. Shout out the vending machine. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
So what are the names of some of your games? I want to type them up and get them on the screen. What do what we got?
Say that one more time.
What are the name of some of your games that you have available already?
So basically, like that, I put little content out on YouTube,
Mm.
not YouTube, on Twitter, and I could send you the files personally. But we just fixing up some last bugs right now. But it's playable right now. You could log in. But it's called Ego versus the First Strike.
Ego versus the first strike. Okay.
Yeah. So on the Egoverse, if you go to the Egoverse Twitter right now, you'll see the clip right there on the
Yeah,
pinned tweet.
I'm looking. Let me go. Well, I'm on your page. Let me go. Let me go search real quick. Let me see. Egoverse. Alright. We're gonna share this thing, man. I want everybody to see it. I want everybody to see this, man, because this is dope. This is dope, man. Hey, man, if you're watching this, we like 50 minutes in. If you're watching this and you like what we're talking about, man, give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow. Especially if you're a part of the Avalanche community, man, get us, spread this word because it's educating people and kind of letting people know what's going on in the Avalanche community. But also, man, we're sharing some dope projects. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on, and we need this word spread, man. So y'all get on the job and get us out there. Let's take a look at this real quick. Let me see.
Yeah, don't mind the beat.
Oh no, you good? You
My
good?
man Pat didn't even want me to upload this one, but I kind of did. Like one of our team members, he make beats and shit. And this is one of his beats.
Hey, it's glitching out a little bit because I'm live on I'm live on Twitter. But what I'm gonna get you to do, I'm gonna definitely get you to send me that. I'm gonna get you to send me that directly because I've seen it for you guys out there watching, and it looks dope, man. It looks just like anything else, like Call of Duty. Uh, when I say looks like it, I mean it's a legit. It looks like it's a legit game. It looks like it's you know done by a EA Sports PS4 game designer, man. So how what made you say, hey, man, I'm gonna create my own game. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be high level. What I get it that you got into the crypto and all that with through influence with your friend and getting your mind right. But come on, man, this is next level, bro. Y'all on and then shout out to all the other projects on Avalanche and shout out to the other the NFC games period. But bro, this is legendary stuff. Like what made you? What's the thought process with you and your team?
So basically, like as we was going along, right, and we had a lot of the like Web3, like we had a lot of the in real life integration with the project, but we was like, there's some people in other parts of the world, there's some people that don't see what's important to you, won't really be important to them. So us kind of like understanding that and coming back at it and actually meeting our game developer, we kind of was just like, yo, like it, he's here. He has the skill sets, he has the qualifications, and he can make it happen. So we was kind of just like, yo, fuck it. Like, we'll what we'll do is we'll create this FPS game that you were seeing on the screen, and then that'll be the appetizer because we're actually building a fantasy RPG game behind the
Uh-huh.
scenes. Like right now, we're in the writing phases and just like the early stages of development. just putting the lore together. But
Right.
the FPS game is just a means for the community, and we just wanted to roll out something dope, give the OG feel, have something that is community oriented, and just have something for people to do while we build out the major game, which is the Alter Ego Hunters. So
Mm,
all of us are gamers in the project ourselves. Me personally, I'm into Call of Duty. I like FPS shooting games and stuff. So um, just rolling out something that gives you that Counter Strike, OG Call of Duty feel is
right.
definitely something. It's just dope knowing you built the game that tailored towards something that you really like yourself. So
Right.
that was
Right.
kind of like the whole motivation and the thing behind it.
Man, that's dope, bro. And like kind of segueing, staying into the game, but segueing into the new layer. Elaborate a little bit about the new project that you're developing in the gaming field.
Okay, so basically, there isn't too much alpha. I could there isn't too much alpha that I could drop on it just because we're in the early stages. But basically we have a token for our ecosystem. And the L1 tokenomics, which is just um the beginning utility cases for it, is for alter ego punk holders. They only could attain it by staking. And then our L2 tokenomics, which is just like the version 2 of our praise the token. And the version 2 of the token is going to be tailored towards the game with a play to earn aspect to it. So like with our characters, we got like lichens, hunters, we got vampires, we got hybrids, we got yeah, vampires, zombies. We got zombies too. My bad, because I'm kind of like multitasking. But
No, you good.
yeah, so we kind of like capturing that medieval feel, and that's our whole approach with it, and kind of building like a World of Warcraft style game that has never been built before in our own unique way. So it'll have like sci-fi and fantasy and like medieval times all involved with it, like kind of like underworld, with the lichens and the vampires, like things like that, just to give you something in your head to visualize. And as we build it out, I could release more information, but right now it's so early and we still writing the backstory and the lore that I don't want to be here like lying to you. You feel me?
No, for sure. But that, just even getting that type of information is just dope because it's like, you know, you guys have you don't want to share too much, but it's like the idea is already forming, and it's cool because and then you already have the games that are out, so it's like it's dope to see that you guys within within Avalanche, within the crypto space, within NFT gaming, within NFTs, you guys are kind of like, not kind of, you guys are, a part of these pioneers, man, that are, setting the bar for us, but then also having the humility to want to be leaders. Because it's one thing to be a boss, but it's another thing to be a leader and to
Two
be
different
innovative
things,
and
right?
creative, man. And then also too having the knowledge, you receiving blessings and gifts, um, and different types of downloads mentally, and instantly wanting to share them and not harbor them for yourself, man, is you guys can't do nothing but be successful, because I'm sure your team is, or, is filled with people just like you, man, that has that vision. So keep that up and keep that going strong, bro, for sure. I like
Right,
it.
and that's what it's all about, right? It's like what we were saying, alignment is key, right? So, me, like if it don't flow organically, and like we kind of not like synchronized, and we not moving like in an echelon form, which is kind of just like everybody moving in unison in one direction. You know what I mean? And if we not like in line together, and we not aligned, like I wouldn't even do business with you. I wouldn't even start doing something with you because there's gonna be problems down the line. So yeah, like you were saying, everybody on the team is kind of like on the same page, got a similar mindset, and we all just coming together on a common cause that's going to benefit everybody's individual down the line.
Right, most deaf, man. um I saw you guys, and I definitely want to sit down and elaborate more in detail, but really quick, give me some insight. I think I saw, I don't want to lie, I want to say GI or GL Academy. You guys are kind of getting into talks about cannabis. Can you give me some insight on that? What's going on with that, and
Of course,
what's the future for it?
I got you. So with the GL Academy, one of the co-holders of the founder, I mean one of the co-founders of the project, he's basically lives in like Humboldt County out there, and he's a cannabis farmer, been doing it for years. And with the aspect of the project, we're gonna be starting a farm in real life, but like for fresh vegetation and like fruits and things of that nature to have multiple use cases with that. So with the cannabis, it's just adding on into farming and gardening. So it's kind of just like a means of just providing like education on cannabis. And you know, if you come in and you're a cannabis enthusiast, or you got any questions, you want to get started, you want to grow yourself, you go on that channel. Our floater will get with you. And you know, this we talking about. You know, we talking about a guy who grew lots of pounds. He did it, and he got like the knowledge. And yeah, this dude is like a walking encyclopedia. Like it's
Right,
not
get
no
the green.
game with him.
He got the green thumb, as they would say.
Right, he got the green thumb. Right.
Right. That's dope. That's dope. And you know, is it a specific strand that they focus on, or they do they mess around with different strands or?
I don't want to lie to you because but he grows all different types of stuff. And you think about it, he been doing this for like damn near decades. So you think about
Wow,
all the different stuff he touched and grown himself. And
for
yeah,
sure.
so he kind of dibble and dabbles in a lot of that stuff. And um he can answer that better. I don't want to answer it for him and be lying. You feel me?
Hey, Hey, GL Academy, we're gonna get you on here, man. If y'all watching this in the Avalanche community, because I learned and soak up so much knowledge from you guys, and just to put it out here, you know, maybe next time we talk, if you want to, you know, have another one of your team members or a couple of them, so we can kind of just vibe out. You know, this is formal, informal, just talking, man. We're educating. You know, I'm learning. I'm getting the advantage of learning, and then you know, I like for you guys, you know, I like for people to, you know, to hear you guys' voices who aren't tapped in with Twitter, and also to being able to share the visuals of, you know, what you guys are doing. Kind of sidebar. So in the top right corner for everybody that's watching, in the top right corner, this is one of my NFTs that I, you know, has got displayed up in the up here in the corner.
All that acid cats.
Yeah, got a little acid cast up there, man. So, you know, just different ways, man, to kind of market different things you can do with your NFTs, and you know, like I said, having fun and being creative. Um, so, kind of closing remarks. What would you say? Um, I looked at your Twitter before I clicked off. You had, you know, like a list of things that you're doing, and then you said you were going to be able to take a break. Um, what what's driving you to, you know, get so much accomplished in a short period of time?
Yo, honestly, bro, I feel like I wasted so many years bullshitting that I'm at the point where like I don't got time to play no games. I don't got the time to joke around. And you know, one of my purposes, I want to liberate the world. I know it sounds fucking wild and crazy, but I want to put an end to this tyrannical bullshit that's going on. And I know it's a lot of stuff that got to be accomplished within a short time. And I know, you know, nobody's gonna do it for you. Nobody's gonna do it like you. So you got to do it yourself. And you know, I just kind of like full throttled in and knowing, you know, I'm looking 10 years down the line. So I know what I'm building now it's just gonna be like it's just building brick by brick to the empire. So like what just keeps me motivated and going and just going this hard is just really staying true to myself and what I feel like my purpose is in my heart. And that's what gets me up and going every day. And I put that tweet out just because like, yo, bro, I've been here since fucking like November. Like the project launched in on Christmas Day, but like I've been here building this project even before that since November, night and day, 16, 18 hours a day, staying up sometimes 2, 3 days out of the week, no sleep. And you know, I just need like a break a little bit, bro, because like shit,
Absolutely.
you know, shit just it's overwhelming, you know what I'm saying? But you know, just taking a little step back, getting a mental break, and you know, just making sure everything's aligning perfectly before I do that is definitely what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna make sure those 6 things that was on that list is executed before I take that break for like you know just 2, 3 days.
Right, and it's love, man. And I think that's, you know, being an athlete, being, you know, particularly basketball being, you know, kind of my strong suit, my background. Kobe Bryant was and, you know, still is my favorite player, and of course it was the on the court, but it was also like the mind, you know, like with Kobe, you know, looking at the sport and looking at the preparation and looking at the obsession he had with the preparation, you know, that's what leads to greatness, right? And I think with what you're doing, you're on that path. You got that Mamba mentality. You getting it done. You know, as you see, I operate off a limited amount of sleep as well. It's 4:44 in the morning. July 7/7/2022. We're up late, but we, I think too, because people like me and you we're hungry to be successful, but I think the success that we want is to be successful enough to be a blessing to other people, man. So um the dominant mindset tied in with the obsession and the determination, we'll accomplish it, bro. We're on the right path, man. We're on the
It's a
right path.
fact.
So
And you yourself, bro, like stay on the path you're doing, and shout out to you for like involving yourself in the space, building. I'm pretty sure you got your ideas, and yo, bro, like the sky ain't the limit, bro. It's just a view. You know what I'm saying? And you could do anything you got your mind to. Like you playing sports, like you gotta have that mentality. Like it's real competitive. So it's the same thing over here. You come with that spirit and who you are and create some shit, bro. And I believe in you. I know you could do it. So you stay on your
most
path
definitely.
too. And like, look, you got a platform, bro. Like it's
Absolutely.
big. Like this could be huge in a few months and tomorrow. Like you never know. So just stay on
Most
doing
definitely.
what you're doing, and I'm excited to see what you got coming and like just what you doing here, bro. Like you don't got to do this platform. You don't got to make a show. You don't got to put out content. Like straight up. You don't got to do this. So
Man,
shout out
for
to you.
sure. For sure, man. I appreciate it, bro. And I think circulating that type of energy, is gonna, that's shit. That's liberating the world right there. Putting out that type of energy. Putting out that flow is gonna make it flow back to you, and you're always gonna be able to pour into people if you're feeling people and people. So let's keep it going, man. Let's keep going up. It's 4:45 in the morning, man. What I know you on East Coast time too. So what you
Right.
get a nap in and back up, or how's it gonna go for you?
Yo, honestly, bro, like I was kind of like laying down a little bit, but I'm gonna just get some work done, and then I'm gonna probably get some sleep as much as I can.
Right.
But I got some shit I got to do right now. So
Me too. I
um,
mean, I'm gonna be honest. When you messaged me, well, I saw you posted in the Discord, and then it was just coincidence. I was still on my phone. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna definitely hit him up tomorrow so we can do the interview. And
yeah,
then you
no,
hit
you
me 5 minutes after that,
right, nah, you
or less,
nah,
even less.
nothing crazy, nothing like that. But like as soon as I sent that out, because I was just sitting here thinking like, yo, nah, we need to get AMAs. And then I seen our DMs. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna hit you real quick right before I put that message out, because just as a thing of notoriety and doing like AMAs more tailored towards the project and shit like that. Like just trying to get exposure, bro. So like and show love to other platforms and just trying to get the message out there. So I had to hit you up. I was like, yo, bro, you hit me up for it. Yesterday some shit came up. We supposed to do it, but I was like, nah, bro, fuck that. If you up right now, ready to go, let's do it.
Yeah, for sure, and I appreciate that, man. And like I said, anybody watching this, in the NFT space, it doesn't matter where you come from. Obviously, I'm supporting that, Avalanche heavy. I believe in it. And I like a lot of the projects. So let's spread the word. Let's get you on here so we can talk about it. I don't know if I lost echelon. I don't know what it is. What it is. We were wrapping up anyway. But if you're seeing this, man, you're in the AVAX community. I would love to have you on here just to talk, pick your brain. If you are okay, yeah, my boy popped back in.
My bad,
Oh
bro.
no, you all good. You all good, man. We Gucci. We Gucci. We at the end of the road anyway. But yeah. What I was saying was that if anybody in the Avalanche community, any NFT artist, designer, um, you know, Avalanche connoisseur, I'm open to have a conversation with you, man. We're at, over an hour. All of the conversations won't be this long, but I just go with the flow. As long as you have time, I want to talk, and we'll clip this out, so you guys can see snippets of it. But you know, um, come on here, man. Let's talk. We're definitely gonna keep doing the spaces, but I want to share. I want to get on here and I want to share stuff on the screen. I want to show your projects. Um, and we want to spread the word, and we're gonna pump this avalanche up, man, and make an impact with it. Make an impact with it, and build it out, bro. So feel free, man. Anytime you just shoot me a message. Anytime you wanna sit down and rap, or man, I'm definitely already, we definitely have to get on here and do our conspiracy thing, because we kind of on the same frequency with that, with our view and lens on, our kind of thinking outside the box on things, and yeah, just really tapping in with I want more education on that GL Academy. I think that's important because in general, whether you're growing cannabis or whether you're growing real food now, it's something that all of us need. We all need to kind of start thinking in that way. I won't go into detail on my view, but I think we all should familiarize ourselves with how to grow our own food and um just in general how to have that green thumb. So definitely excited about GL Academy. Um, the Egoverse, man. The Egoverse is up now and up next, man. These guys are going hard. From day one since I've spoken with you, Echelon, you've been passionate. That passion seems authentic and genuine. So man, I'm glad we tapped in and connected. And we're gonna sign out. I appreciate this will be live on my we went live on Twitter and YouTube, but the replay will be there. So please like and share, comment, ask questions. If you want to be on here, comment under the video or DM me. All right.
Right, and real quick before you close it out, if you want, I just wanted to shout you out again, bro, and give you your flowers, man, because you just getting into the space, and kind of just navigate and learn as you go, but making a platform and allowing people like myself and other people in the future, I think is fire, bro. So shout out to you for doing that, and I see this growing, and like I said, I can't wait to see what you're doing, man. And I like again, man, gratitude to you. I appreciate you for allowing me to come here tonight, talk about the project. I like the show, I like the theme, I like the music in the back. It was like calm and chilling.
I
And
appreciate that, bro.
my fault, I was going down the conspiracy theory route a little
Nah,
bit. So
nah, we
I hope it
hey,
didn't mess it up the theme.
nah, we on that wave, bro. We gotta tap into that too for sure. We're gonna sit down and do a whole segment on that. I want some other guys that so we can all just kind of give our view. Because like I said, it's about education. It's not about being spooky or anything like that. It's just kind of, hey, they have a document on this. Why shouldn't I believe it? You know what I mean? Why shouldn't I? This is a government document. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
but we'll we talked a little bit before the show, but we'll get into that, man.
For sure.
But yeah, man. Hey, it's love, y'all. Hey, and stay on for a second, bro. I'm gonna end the broadcast, but hang out with me for a second.
I got you, bro.
But yeah, hey, it's love, man. Team Avalanche, Team Egoverse. Shout out to my guy Echelon. Y'all follow my guy on Twitter, E for Echelon. They also have IG, which is what? Tell me the IG again. Let them know the IG, bro.
The IG is at the Egoverse.
At the Ego. Okay, at the Egoverse on IG, and
Yeah.
then we got same on Twitter. Is it
At the Egoverse. So like I will spell it out for anybody who's listening. TheEgoverse all together. So any way you see Egoverse or the Egoverse, that's us. You feel me?
TheEGO VE?
VERSE.
Okay. I'll put it up on the screen real quick, man, so they can make sure y'all go tap in with my guy, man. The Egoverse on Twitter and IG. All right, y'all tap in. The Discord links are definitely in the bio. Follow my guy E for Echelon on Twitter. And yeah, man, y'all tune in, man. We're gonna definitely be back soon. I want to try to do these very often, and I'll be obviously now. I'm interviewing all levels of people, NFT, sports. So just because you see the creative athlete, that's just kind of a representation of me as an athlete. But creativity is what I think my specialty and my passion is, right? Outside of basketball. So we want this space to be, like I said, a space where we can, share knowledge, wisdom, and education on how to be better. And evolve, man. All right. Hey, thank y'all, man. Creative athlete, Egoverse, man. Love, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah, anytime. Anybody listening, man, definitely tap in with Illuminati, man, and get on this platform, bro. This shit is fire. It's cool vibe here. And we gotta push platforms like this one to the top because he's here supporting us, allocating his time, his energy, his research. Like he don't gotta do that. So we gotta definitely show love and tap in with Illuminati. And I'm actually gonna I'm actually gonna put you in contact with a few people after the show, but we'll talk after it. But yeah, thank you again, bro, and everybody who's listening. Shout out to you, and everybody in the future who's listening. Shout out to you too, and get in contact with Illuminati, get in contact with me, and we here, man.